Almost trying to get this to my audience here.
Okay.
Why is it not? I mean, yeah, if you need to go, you can go.
All right, all
Yeah, I
right,
think
all
you're
right.
good.
You want to check your channel?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, let me do that
I'll
real
check.
I
Are we
just need to
live?
hit this OK button. Let me go check real quick.
Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't show it.
We are. Well, I see it on my channel.
Hold on.
Well, it's just me.
Let's see. All right, I see it. It was a delay.
Yeah. There is quite a delay between when we're talking and when I see it on the channel. It's just a little.
What's up with that?
It's a little tough.
No idea.
Now I don't remember how to bring up the
So
chat.
I'll do it. Hold on.
Oh, you do it? Okay.
Yeah. Private chat.
Meanwhile, there's a bunch of people listening there thinking,
Comments.
discovering that we really are the morons we seem to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Rick Ramirez. I'm also known as Ricks2Cents. Thank you for joining our live. I'm hosting live questions and answers with my fellow co-host Daniel from Bearded Vikings.
Oh, he's Daniel.
Steve, and Steve makes everything. Roger from Roger Shop should be joining us hopefully shortly. The man of the hour, who's actually going to be the one who's giving away a laser today. So, you guys want to say hello real quick before we jump into everything?
Hello. Hello. What else can I say? Hopefully you're not shoveling as much snow as I've been over the last week or so.
Oh, man, that's awful.
So I'm just look at this. There's people who are in here a couple days ahead, who are actually making some comments. So that's really cool. Thank you guys for joining and for jumping in early and actually waiting on us. We're already up to 80 people in the room. Today we are doing a special giveaway of a laser. Hopefully Roger joined us here later. He's the one that's actually going to be offering that. We do giveaways every single live. Sometimes big, sometimes small, but you always get something. The whole point of this video is a questions and answers. Collectively, we're all live on each other's channels. So if you got any questions, anything you'd like to know, it's an open floor to ask us any questions. So go ahead. And just so you know, the requirements to win the laser, you have to subscribe to each one of our channels. You have to like one video from each one of our channels. You have to share one video from each one of our channels, and you have to comment on one video from each one of our channels. That's the requirements.
We have a little box here that says who does it.
Yep. So we'd really hate for you to win it, and then we do that wah 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 because you didn't actually do it. So.
Yep.
Roger says he's on, but he's in the chat. So.
There you go. Sorry about that. Roger joined us.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, Roger.
Can you hear me okay? I'm on a different laptop than normal.
Yeah, we hear you.
You might be better than normal.
People were getting nervous. You backed out on the giveaway. They're quite excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to give it away. It's too cold down in the shop tonight. It's rather chilly down there. It's about 45 degrees, so I thought I'd come up here to the loft where it's like 70.
I hear you. So let's see. Do us a favor, guys. Let us know in the comments below how you're joining us. Are you finding us on whose channel did you find us from, or are you coming from? Are you and what social media platform are you on? You're on Facebook, on YouTube, etc. And let us know in the comments below where you're joining us from. What state, country? I can't say state because we are international with our subscribers.
Damn right.
Hello, my first time doing this. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. Hello.
All right.
Hey, Roger, you want to tell everyone about the giveaway, what you're actually giving away, or if you have an opportunity maybe to possibly show it?
Okay, I can't show it because it's down in the shop, but it's a Kentuck tool, 10-watt laser. It'll come completely assembled. It has a spoil board, baseboard mounted to it. with a layout grid pre-engraved. It'll come completely assembled, everything there and ready to go. You don't have to put anything together. Just hook it up to your computer, load up Lightburn, and go.
Nice one. You guys see my nice new setup?
Boy, please.
Yeah. You got to drop my name to those guys.
This one, man,
know,
the
right?
Mopa. Man, I tell you, I don't know. Hopefully, I have a UV laser coming soon, and then a 100-watt fiber laser coming soon. So that'll be super nice.
Yeah,
me.
Daniel's got his 5-watt laser running.
Said the man with 100,000 subscribers.
I got some.
Hey, how's it going for Tennessee? Collectively, we have 200,000 subscribers, so we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Hey, from New Mexico. Hey, how's it going? Let's see. Evening, all. Greg said hello.
Greg.
Hey, do you want to show that, Steve? Do you want to show that wood piece that we were talking about and kind of bring up what we were talking about?
Yeah, so a couple of weeks, was it last week or the week before, when somebody said that lasers were not woodworking tools? And Daniel just about flipped over.
I think that was me.
I made this today in about 20 minutes. This is all marquetry.
Nice.
Lasers are awesome for that. Otherwise, you need a guy like Daniel to sit there and chisel away on wood for hours. I did a video on this, actually. It's going to drop at midnight. So, well, members already have it. But...
Nice.
What time do you typically drop your videos?
Sorry?
What time do you typically drop a video?
It's always midnight for me.
Yeah.
I do it.
I do it somewhere on the planet. So,
yeah.
I drop mine at 8 p.m.
8.
For me, it's usually early in the morning.
Yeah, I usually do like 6:30, 5:30, 7:30 a.m., something like that.
Yeah. I use that stupid YouTube. It tells you, it's a little graph, and it tells you when you have more viewers or whatever.
See, that I can't do that, though, because really, I mean, I can, but most of my, like, my early subscribers came from shorts.
Hey, Rich.
It's a little misleading.
You have a what?
What?
Well, he has implants now.
He's got a short one and implants. Hey guys, that's another story for another time.
Yeah.
Ohio.
I was trying to bring up a question here, and the second I put it up, somebody overrode me.
Oh, go ahead, man. Jump in there, Steve.
Oh, he's settling on Roger's laser. We'd all like more CO2 lasers, but the advantage of this one is it doesn't take a chiller and the 300 square feet of office workspace to store it.
That's true. In fact, I'm going to disappear here for a minute. I'm going to go down to the loft to get it. I'll bring it up here so everybody can see what it looks like. So I'll be away here for a moment or two.
Where are the other 3 guys from? Is somebody in my chat, I think.
I am from Halifax, Nova Scotia, east coast of Canada.
Wow.
I'm from the Chicagoland area, and Roger as well.
And if that was not for those 3, and I was included in those 3 you were asking about, I'm from South Carolina.
Hey, the one thing I just want to say to people, if you're actually buying a CO2, measure your door. Make sure you measure your door. I repeat, make sure you measure your door, because if you get a really big laser, they're not meant to be in a house. Like, this is for a commercial shop. So if you want to make fun of me, I'm only telling you this because I did the opposite, right? I had a piece of equipment coming, and I said, well, how big is it? And guess what I had to do? I had to redo my siding. I had to cut my foundation. I had to install a new door. Right? I had to reinforce my staircase just to come down into my basement. So luckily, I'm good with these. Otherwise, to have that done, man, I don't know, $9,000.
Yvonne is asking. She's one of my members. Is asking for y'all to introduce your channels so they can check y'all out.
Let me see if I can drop that in there.
What happened to all of our names, Rick?
Yeah.
What happens is, okay. So look, when you take it away,
there you go. See, I had the fortitude to put my YouTube channel there.
Oh, I just put Rockstar.
Close enough.
Well,
I'm sure YouTube will route everybody to your channel as a result of that.
Let me write it in the comments.
What you got there? What you got there, boss?
Yeah, you weren't the first person I've heard, Rick, that had to do something magical to get a too large laser into their basement.
Rick, how you getting all this stuff? You must be rich.
No, man. You know what?
I'm kidding. I'm saying what the normal person would say.
So do you want me to be flat out honest with you? I've kind of learned a trick. I've got really good at the YouTube algorithm and Google SEO scores. So I can take a company who's ranking on Google's 13th page and within 2-3 weeks rank them second or third on Google on the first page. And when you do that with the YouTube videos, when you do that with some of the tools that I do, it's not like they're going to have to continuously pay me to do those. As long as that's still online, they will rank the high. So for instance, there's 2 large manufacturers who hate me because they're like $20,000 a month that they're paying in Google AdSense, and I'm just stomping all over them. So
well, stomp all over my AdSense.
So because I'm doing that, these guys are showing up, right? All right, Roger, go ahead, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, what you got there, Bo?
No problem. Here is the laser, and there is the grid that's on it. It measures 24 inches square, and with the head on it there, probably 10 inches high, as it is. And then on the bottom, it's got the black rubber baby buggy bumpers, so it won't slide around on your table. So I'm going to set this off to the side here. So I'll be away again for a minute.
Hold on, I'm way behind in our comments here. I'm gonna comment all of our channels really quick, and then we can kind of catch up. And
yeah, so this one is interesting about the Elegoo is doing a bigger 3D printer. 3D printer? It's I reviewed one, not an Elegoo, another one not too long ago, and it was big. I mean, it prints some pretty large things, and like, you know, so you have to. Well, this one is probably an FDM printer though, so. But
all right, guys.
I did the K1 Max there recently too. I like that printer. I know Roger has some reservations about Creality, but
so let's hear. All right, guys. So here's my channel. You want to go ahead and hit that. That's also in the comments below. Subscribe to that if you want to be an opportunity to win this. Here's Daniel's The Bearded Vikings. And then here's Rogers.
That's that guy.
That's that guy. That's the man. And then here's Stevie B over here. Steve makes everything.
He does make everything.
Well, I'm going to just to show that I don't do everything with lasers and 3D printers. Made this today.
Oh,
this
shit.
This is made out of white oak. Spice rack.
Yeah.
Oh, classic high school project.
Yeah.
That's nice, man.
And of course, then I did have to do something with a laser. So this little rack here, this is all laser cut. It's got a little drawer on it. This is actually for someone to put pills in, pill bottles. Someone that has a lot of prescriptions. They wanted I'm not going to say who it was. They wanted a rack to put all their prescription drugs on so they weren't spread all over their vanities. So come up with this little guy for them.
Nice rack.
Oh, I ain't gonna touch that. I've said that before too, but what wasn't pertaining to one of these?
That's not serious, but that's some good work, man.
Hey, do you guys use 3D printers for tool accessories? I don't have a, but
Yes,
that's
I
right.
do. Of course, I'm not down in the shop, so I can't show any of them, but DeWalt battery holders, DeWalt tool holders, because I'm a big DeWalt guy, and I've made quite a few to hold those accessories and mount them all over the place.
This is a classic chisel sharpener. Chisel goes in here. You roll it back and forth.
Oh,
Nice.
legit.
I make lots of tools for things. I made the dust boot on my CNC too, because the one that comes with the Onefinity is just kind of okay.
Roger, they want to know if it comes with the pills.
We're up to 113 people in the chat.
Comes with the pills. I think the pills that he's taking, he probably doesn't want anybody to take.
The blue one?
They're not hallucinogens at all.
We only take the blue ones, Roger. We're older now, okay?
Oh, the blue diamond shaped ones?
Oh, yeah, exactly. You just came back from Mexico. Don't tell me you didn't go to the prescription store while you were there.
Oh, yeah, I was down there. Gotta check things out.
Hey, y'all hit the like button.
I was in Mexico and I told my father-in-law, he's like, "Where are you going?" I said, I'm going to the why am I lost for words? To go buy some Viagra. And he says, "Oh, don't you need a prescription?" I said, "Not in Mexico. You can just buy it off the counter." He said, "How much money do you need?" I'm right. Rich said, "I'm ready here to learn." Thank you, Rich. I'm trying to run through these real quick. You got buried.
You keep blasting this question. Here, it's the third time I've had this question.
Hey, why is her name so special?
I was just trying to go from the top and then go back down. Yeah.
Why was her name so special looking?
Which one?
The one before that, Beverly something Hills.
Beverly Hills. Let's find her.
Her name looked all special. Miley on Disney.
Oh, this one.
Oh, I came here from Roger's shop.
Yep, she's one of my subscribers.
I got you. Her name.
I think she might be a StreamYard member, and she has that set up, right? I think that's what it is.
It's very fancy.
Anyway, Steve, I'm sorry I cut you off.
That's okay. I've given up trying to post that comment. It was about thunder lasers. What do we think about thunder lasers?
Thunder lasers?
Yeah, they make larger CO2 lasers. I've heard good things about them. Most people seem to like them. Hey, there's another South Carolinian for you, Daniel.
Hey.
Come
near me.
Good evening, everyone. I hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you.
Sweet.
Catherine. Y'all, Catherine sent me a little woodworkers, what do you call it, care package. Yesterday I got it. I opened it on live. Y'all should go check it out.
Was it man wipes?
It was a bunch of cool shit. She has a laser and let me get the hatchet.
Hey, April. Thanks for joining us again. Let's say we're hitting every week. This is our 5th week. Pretty cool, actually.
Time's flying, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, what's it say?
Oh, sweet. Bearded Viking Woodworks. Wow.
Oh, very cool.
It's too bad the guy who's trying to show it is holding it upside down, but
oh shit.
Yeah, flip it right side up.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Steve, today's your 3rd anniversary?
No, my channel back at the beginning, it was actually in January. But I mentioned that I was doing a laser giveaway on my channel. Actually, it's now 2 lasers because enough people have commented on the video. And it was kind of in celebration. I worked a deal with ACMR to donate a laser to the cause. So,
somebody donating $2.
It's like we're up to 101 views, guys. The engraver you were using for the coin, what material was it? I bought the blank off Amazon. Nothing crazy. They sell a ton of them.
They're coin blanks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they have a ridge around the outside and a knurl on the edge, and
Yep.
I have a box full of them here. I was meaning to do some more work on them, but there's not enough time in the day.
Yeah, I know. I'm working. I'm really learning like the 3D CAD and the 3D overlay, just so it's just not a 2-dimensional. I like that 3-dimensional. If you look at all my coins, they're 3-dimensionals. So that's
Are you what CAD you're looking at?
I forget the name of the software.
Archie, thank you, Archie.
Let's see.
Why am I so white?
I thought you were born that way.
You're from South Carolina, man.
Yeah, man. You're supposed to be Sicilian. You're supposed to be as dark as me. What's going on here?
I'm only like 5%. Okay.
Nobody's as white as me, man. I hold myself up to the light and I can see the bones. So
I know you're like Mark Zuckerberg white.
no, I'm not that bad, man.
To answer this little question you got posted up there about buying files and importing them for use, be careful on that, especially on Etsy, because some people create files and actually never make them themselves. Say, here, you buy this and use it, and then it doesn't work or doesn't fit together. You're better off going with a site like, and I'm not sponsored by them, but designbundles.net.
Yep.
You can find files on there, and I'm a subscriber there.
Me
What
too.
is it called,
And
Roger?
Designbundles.net.
Design bundle.
Yeah, there's
designbundles.net.
there's also one called Creativity something. I can't remember off the top of my head.
The one exception to the files on Etsy, though, Roger, is mine, of course.
Oh,
Yeah. So the other
I
thing
don't
you
have
can
too
do-
many up there, but what the way I normally work on my channel is if I do some kind of design, members just get it for free. But if people ask for it, I'll stick it up on Etsy for like $3 or something.
What's your
cheap.
Etsy, Steve? So I can go buy some.
What do you want to buy them for, man?
Or
You're in the
whatever.
family now.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, I probably got about 8 terabytes of artwork.
Damn,
So,
I need.
Yeah, I have a pile too.
Yeah. I'm on Roger's YouTube. Thanks
Hey.
for joining us, man.
Did you do that, or did you have your outside friend taking care of it
Yeah,
for you?
Catherine did that too.
Well, you two someday will be able to engrave a pin.
There you
I
go.
hope so.
I believe in you.
I have a member. It should be coming in the mail tomorrow. It was supposed to come today, and it didn't. And I was so upset. She made me a tumbler with my logo on it, out of some kind of wood. I can't remember what type of wood it was. Maybe elm or something. I don't know. Anyway, that would have been cool to show.
Another Louisiana.
So design bundles. What other kind of program should we look for?
Oh, man, I'd have to open up my bookmarks. It's gonna dog my computer.
Or y'all
There's
can just
yeah, I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
I'm here for the beard man. Oh man, watch out.
Joshua wants a laser now. Well, Joshua, you can go to my channel and you can subscribe and you can sign up for the laser contest I'm having too. Because
there you go.
Yeah, Roger's only got one laser to give away. I now have 2. So
yeah, I have 1 too, and probably 2 on the way. So that's cool.
Well, my wife says I need to thin down the herd because I have 18 lasers here now, and obviously I can't use them all at once. So
yeah, I was telling Rick before we went online, and my shop right now is just a sea of laser boxes on the floor. Yard sale coming up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I want people to keep sending super chats. Obviously, I don't know who's sending them. Some of them are my members. Some of them are somebody else's. Some of them aren't even members. But does Stream Fox take and distribute that amongst us?
No. So whoever's channel they're doing it on, that's who gets it.
Well, that's kind of shitty.
That's just how it works. So if they're doing it on your channel, you're getting the money. If they're doing it on my channel, because they're actually giving to your channel. So I believe those are all your channels, to be honest with you.
No, the one was from Rogers, I think, and Miss Beverly or something.
I don't think I got any.
I see a $1.99 sticker, but I don't know how to share it.
I think Archie.
I saw a question there. What's my favorite laser and why? I don't really have a favorite one. My favorite ones are the ones that work without any problems. Same thing with the 3D printers. If it works without any problems, that's my favorite laser, my favorite 3D printer. It doesn't matter the brand. It's just, it has to work without problems. That's my favorites.
Consistently work without problems. Like today it works. Next week it works. 2 months from now it still works.
You know what I get kind of too is that, when you start getting multiple layers, you set up a jig or you set up to do something, like you have that machine so like fine tuned to do something, it's kind of becomes like, to me, like dedicated. Like that's going to be what I'm using this for, you know, and you could use it for other things. When you get everything set up, it's not a big deal to just use another laser, right? You know, that's just me
Yeah,
personally.
diode lasers especially, right? They're all pretty much the same.
Right.
Different quality of parts sometimes, but in general, they all work the same. They all work through Lightburn, and if you look at my Lightburn, I've got a list of about 12 lasers configured in there. So I delete them every now and again, but I tend to keep a laser if I like it a lot. Like right now, I have the X2LS1 sitting on my bench here. I'll use it for a month or two, and just to kind of give it a little bit of a long-term test. But
yeah, my two go-to diode lasers are the Iker K1 Pro and the Tezer V35. I like them both. I use them a lot. The Tezer V35 has a lot of hours on it. I do a real deep engraving on it. It's a workhorse.
Yeah.
So
I
David,
have different lasers. I have different lasers set up for different things, and they're dedicated for it. For example, that great big one I just made with the 850 millimeter square work area, that's going to be strictly for aluminum signs.
nice.
I'll be engraving powder coated aluminum. I've got like my longer B1. I use that strictly for cutting. My Ortur Laser Master 3, I use for engraving cedar signs. I've got an extended X-Tool D1 I use for what I call porch signs, the long, tall signs people like to put on their porch. Then I've got another one, an atom stack that's set up for just doing coasters, slate coasters. And I've got an Etzer set up for just doing ceramic tile. So I have the luxury of having a lot of lasers. I can set each one up just for that specific purpose. I don't have to change things around.
Yeah. David asked, could you repeat the rules? This is my first time, so here it goes. You have to subscribe to each one of our channels. You have to like one video from each one of our channels. You have to comment on one video from each one of our channels. And you have to share one video from each one of our channels. That's it.
at least one of all those things, right? It's okay if you like more than one video.
Yeah, absolutely. You can like more than one, share more than one, whatever. And then how we're going to...
For this laser, you have to be a resident of the continental 48 states. United States. I'm not going to ship this thing to Budapest or anything. It costs too much.
Just Indonesia, right? Hey, yeah, so what are your channels we need to subscribe to? I posted in the comments, guys. Do you guys want to copy and paste or post it as well? Because so maybe they're looking at my channel, they can look at it on your guys' channel. Can you guys do that? If you don't mind.
What is it?
No.
Post our link?
Yes. Post all of our channels in your channel so that everyone can see it.
Oh yeah,
How come you guys?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. How come you guys don't show up in my live events? Had to come looking. I don't know, John. You have to, when you hit subscribe, you have to hit all, and then it'll give you a notification.
Hit the bell.
Yeah, you need to hit the bell on the YouTube channels to get a notification.
I would like to get a CO2, but this one will do.
A whole lot less maintenance with a diode laser than with a CO2.
Mine are
a whole lot less.
And yeah, anybody who spent an afternoon,
everybody watching on my channel, their shops are
nice one. Make sure everyone smash the like button. Thank you. Smash it. And remember, the way that we're actually choosing the winner is Roger's going to randomly scroll up like this and choose from the comments. So when you're commenting in here, it's like an extra entry as long as you did the requirements. So feel free to comment away or ask any questions you have.
There you go. This one is, where'd it go?
Sorry.
We keep
Go ahead.
I got to find it again now.
Sorry.
No, that's not it. There it is. Okay. So this is, I would say, I would venture to guess that Sam's pretty new at this. So SVG files are just graphic files. They got nothing to do with laser specifically. And SVG files are vector files. So they can support multiple layers. And then you can just, most software, Lightburn especially, you can just drag these things into Lightburn and it will use an SVG file. And
So
because it's vector, you can select individual pieces of that image and engrave them deeper, shallower, cut them, do whatever you want.
And in
if you're going
Lightboard
to be
itself,
using a 3D printer, you pretty much need to convert that SVG file to an STL.
yeah. And if
It's
you're
kind of
using
hard to import that directly into like Cura or Prusa or anything like that.
Yeah, that's the distinction. An SVG file is a 2-dimensional file, not a 3-dimensional file.
What's up, Roger? Daniel, what's up?
Carol Borgogni. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's asked several questions. And are y'all seeing her?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going straight down the line and we kind of jumped because someone saw a question that they wanted to answer. Hey, Daniel, did you burn anything else since last night? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. No, it's Carol. Corol. Carol, ask your question again and it'll pop up.
116 people in the live. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, appreciate that comment.
Love Roger.
Yeah.
Damn, Steve got $10 meta.
Apparently, I have somebody who's a fan, and I'm a fan of this person now.
Nice one.
Precision etches. Yes.
Luckily, I have a shop that the semi truck can come through. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The differences in having that. I'd be grateful for any type of laser. I just hope I can figure out how to use it. Well, that's what our channels are for. You can learn from us. So win it for free and learn for free. I don't know, man. That's like a give.
Yeah, I think you'll find most of our channels have beginners as support, right? So if you say, "Hey, how do I run Lightburn?" somebody, one of us will answer that question.
I have a whole series of videos on beginner projects with free files you can download. So, take a look at that.
Yeah.
Josh
How about
says,
this question? Do you think CNC will do more than lasers? And what about the X tool?
So I think this is kind of even saying the same thing what Josh is saying. We're debating getting a CNC, a router, a laser. I think because a laser can do some of the type of things that. Okay, well, first off, I think it's all about your footprint, how much money you're spending, right? Because you can buy a humongous CNC, and unless you're building the laser, it's probably not going to be a purchasable laser that size, right? I mean, you can build it, but and I think a laser can definitely do some things to the extent that a CNC can do, but I don't think it could do everything. Is that fair, guys?
Well, it depends what you're trying to do.
Yeah, right? You can't do both things on both machines, really.
Right.
It's kind of like trying to cook soup in a colander. It doesn't work real well. So you got to have the right tool for the right application. And then to answer another question here real quick, I saw what's the best filament for a Creality Ender 3. This is my choice, not sponsored. This is Sunlu. That's what I use, almost either Sunlu or Overture.
Is that
and
PLA?
I stay completely away from the Creality filaments because I think they're crap. And the Amazon Basics is junk too.
Yeah, that's PLA you have there?
Now PLA Plus.
Yeah. Anyway, CNC. So I had this question. A customer was in today and actually asked this question: should I get a laser or a CNC first? And part of it is money. Like a diode laser can cost you anywhere from $200 up. A CNC that's usable is going to cost you $1,000 up, right? So you can get small ones, but they work like you would expect a cheap laser or a cheap CNC to work. But on the plus side, a laser, if you want to engrave 2-point font, you're not going to do it with a CNC. Probably you're more likely to get that done with a laser. And CNCs don't engrave square corners very well like a laser can.
So what do y'all think about the Thunder laser? I don't have one, never used them. I don't know about you all.
I've seen
I don't
them.
have that one.
I've seen them. People seem to love them.
Yeah, I just always see they have that light on top that looks like from a boat. You know what I'm talking about? That beacon light. They have like a beacon light on their lasers. I'm like, what is with the beacon light? I came from Roger's site. He's spicy. Whoa, watch it, Roger.
Boy,
What
for an
are you
old
doing
guy,
with these women?
Here, there's
I'll take that as a compliment as being the token old guy on.
He's spicy. Look at that. She looks like a youngin'
yeah.
too.
Does your wife know about Millie?
You didn't make a fake profile to give yourself confidence now, did you?
There's a follow-up question. If the
Okay.
budget's $5,000, you can buy a pretty sweet laser or a pretty sweet ZNC. So take your pick.
Or a
Yes,
brand
you
new
can.
car.
Keep in mind, if you buy a $5,000 laser, the person who bought the $500 laser can still chew you up for breakfast, because a laser is a laser fundamentally. Some are bigger, some are faster. What was that for?
It's back to what you're going to do with it. You know, you get a fiber laser that size or a plasma laser,
Yeah.
you start cutting steel.
Yeah. Yeah, here you go. That's
Ooh, look at
Archie
that.
the 199.
Do you have a motorcycle? You should have a motorcycle. Sit on your motorcycle.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for sending the superstars and doing this.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Can I get 37 cents?
Can I get some change? Oh my God.
Josh said, I want a laser now. So good thing you're in here, Josh. You gotta make sure he said later on that he subscribed to all our channels. Good. And I'm sorry, guys. I was too busy bullshitting with you guys, and I fell behind in some of these comments. Roger, what's your favorite laser and why?
Well, that's where we get back to, you know, I would say I've got a few of them. You got the longer B1, longer Ray 5, my Adams Stack A30 Plus, the Sculpt Fun S9, Ortur Laser Master 3, X-Tool S1. My latest one here is We Create Vision, which is kind of fun to play with because it's brain dead. You don't have to be smart at all to use that one. And I've got a few other ones here. The Atzer's okay. Comgo, which is hard to say without stuttering. That's okay laser. I just did a video today on the Ortur Laser Master H10, which is one that if you're not good at putting things together, that's the one to go with because it comes completely pre-assembled. All you got to do is put the head on it and the feet. But
Here's a good question.
Work area of only 300 millimeter square.
I'm interested in knowing what got you guys interested in laser engraving.
I got one for free.
The brutal honesty. early in my career, when I had a job that someone else paid me for, I actually worked in industrial lasers. So I spent the first 7 years of my career building commercial lasers.
That's where I got interested, was on industrial lasers, and they didn't engrave wood; they cut steel. And one of them in particular was John Deere and the Davenport, Iowa works, where they cut inch thick plus steel with a laser for the backhoe buckets and that type of thing. I was just fascinated with that. Working as an electrical engineer and electrician, I got to do a whole lot of work with them. So that's what got me interested. But of course, those were kind of out of my budget.
Mine was I always wanted
$3 million.
Mine was I wanted a CNC, and I always wanted one of those plasma metal cutters, like the CNC type laser cutters. And I started with a dial laser because that was the start of the dream. It sounds complicated for the simple mind.
You can build your own plasma cutter.
Yeah. Cecilia, I would say that it's not complicated. It's just intimidating at first, but once you start rolling, it's very addicting.
Explain limit switch to the newbies. I had a guy watching my live yesterday who kept mentioning limit switches. Like when I try to hit home on my light burn program, my laser doesn't have that whatever.
You probably have to set.
You don't have limit switches. You have an Elegoo, right? Fecta?
Yeah.
It doesn't have limit switches?
I don't know. I mean,
I think
well,
they're
limit
pretty
switches
much
are really just switches mounted on the rail. He's got one in his hand. Are really just
Yep.
switches mounted on the rails to tell the software where the corners of the laser are.
I definitely don't have those.
Okay, to explain this from an electrician's point of view here, this limit switch here has 3 pins. The center one here is what they call the common. Then each one of the outer ones is either what they call normally open or normally closed. So in the position it's in right now is what they call normally open. That's open. So if you have a limit switch installed on whatever machine, these are all pretty much the same for all the lasers and 3D printers. When your laser or 3D printer comes and closes this little tab right here, now that becomes normally closed and sends a signal back to your controller that, hey, I'm home, or I've reached my limit, or you'll get an alarm, or it'll stop it depending on what the command is there. It's strictly a binary input. It's either a 0 or a 1. If it's open, it's a 0. If it's closed, it's a 1.
So
And
I'll
that's
send
how
mine-
your machine reads it.
I
I'll
don't
send
have an
my
Omni
thing-
Razor.
I'll send my thing back to Origin through Lightburn, and sometimes when it's done, it'll like jam up into the thing and make this cranking noise, like
Ooh,
like
that
I
ain't
should
good.
stop now.
You know, you need to adjust your limit switch out a little bit or adjust the stop.
What do you guys think of Omni Laser? I've never had one, never had experience with it. You guys?
No,
Never
No.
had that one.
I don't
officially
see
no
them.
comment.
Do you all have a preference on dial laser wattage? I started at 100 watt CO2 and was a little worried about the diode. I bought a longer diode a month ago or two, and it's pretty good so far.
Yeah,
The wattage of your laser, diode laser, depends on what you're going to do with it. If you're going to do fine engraving, you want to do some fine work, stick with a 10 or maybe 20 watt max. If you're going to get in and you're going to do basically just cutting, 30 or 40 watt, I'm talking output, not input.
yeah.
I got the Iligu Fecta, 20 watt.
Yeah, 20 watts is this. I wouldn't go smaller than 20 watts, but I wouldn't think, if you're thinking you need a 40 watt laser, you don't.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
But you're in South Carolina. Everything's small there.
That's why you need implants and
Hey, tighten up.
Here's another question. This one is like basically, what laser do you need to cut 1/4-inch plywood?
20
watt
watt.
laser will do that.
Yeah. 10 watt will do it too, but more passes.
I did it with mine in one pass.
Yeah, 20 watt diode laser will cut 1/4-inch plywood, no problem. In fact, this was actually I know I used the S1 for this. It's 40 watt, but I have cut a lot of stuff with 25 watt lasers.
Did you see this?
Yeah, it sounds like well, yes, I saw that.
Steve's a fan of him, remember? That's what he was saying.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let me get to the end. All right. Jay don't play said, sorry I'm late, but she's here. Hey, you're still in time. We haven't done the giveaway yet.
Jay don't play. Is that the Magna Fisher?
Yeah, that's the Magna Fisher.
I watch her stuff, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, she's getting pretty famous there. She's got some notoriety
all the time.
Yeah. You know what? I've been Magna fishing and I don't catch anything. This chick,
That's
man.
pretty interesting stuff, man. If you're
Save
a person,
guns. I'm like, what the hell, man? She just got good luck.
See, this is something I would do. I would do magnet fishing.
Yeah.
There's a few. I mean, there's a few people around here who do it, and they find all kinds of crazy things. Some guy just the other day I saw he found a sawed-off shotgun in the bottom of a river.
Yeah, she's crazy, man. She gets all kinds of stuff, but it's just wild. But yeah, her channel's taken off.
Thanks, John. Sorry.
See, she's making fun of me because she says she does in the same water as I do, but I actually don't know to catch anything, but she always gets some really cool things.
What about those people that found a dead body chained up?
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah,
123 people in the live. Outstanding.
They pulled up the dead body and they said it smelled so bad that they had to just let it go, and then they called the police. And then the police were
Man.
like telling them that they didn't have a permit and arrested one of the guys or something like that. Or the game warden, sorry.
Yeah. So right place at the right time. I'd love to try mag piston. Saw the video guy who found a box in a gut. Yeah.
What would be the best laser printer for someone who is just starting out and looking to purchase their first one, providing, of course, they don't win tonight?
How much money you got?
Email illegal.
If you're talking about a laser engraver or a laser printer, big difference there.
Wow.
I watched both Rogers and Steve's video on We Create, and they were well done. It convinced me to buy one because I was looking at a Class 1 laser. Wife was concerned about safety. Thank you.
Oh, y'all do one together, guys?
No, we just did separate ones.
Oh, okay. I can say that's kind of cool.
I just did another video today on the We Create laser. If you take a black slate coaster and put it in there on that black base, that camera don't do you any good. You can't see anything.
Right.
I'll tell you, Roger.
I just did a video actually, and I showed people how to fix that problem.
I'll tell you, Roger.
What I did was put a piece of MDF in there instead of the black grate, and it works great now.
Just
Pun intended.
Well, yeah, you can do that. Just stick a piece of blue tape on the edge of the thing.
Well, that'd be an idea too.
So when I was showing the laser, that when I finally got it set up, it was probably more people for Roger saying, go watch Roger shop videos, and I was like, I go live with this guy every Friday. And then people started mentioning, or Steve makes everything. He does good videos. And then Ricks2Cents. And I'm like, y'all do realize I go live with these guys every Friday, right? Like, these are my people. And they were like, oh, really?
When Rick was out recruiting the team, we'd like to believe he picked the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely.
According to my viewers.
Absolutely.
But he ended up with us.
Okay, a laser printer
I
is
don't know how I ended up with this guy.
like the opposite of an inkjet printer. That's for printing on paper. Laser engraver, yeah, you can engrave paper, I guess. I've never tried that. But that's for cutting and engraving on different types of materials. Laser printer won't do that.
Corby.
I've cut a lot of paper with my laser, actually.
All of your channels have interesting things I'd want to look into further, but I missed a bunch of lives already, and they follow instructions. We're on live number 5, so we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
All the lives are archived anyway. They're all on our channels.
Yeah, I think he's talking about she missed a lot of this live following the sign-up instructions to get the laser.
Oh.
What do you want to say? I've said it like 5 times.
Yeah, I don't know. Tighten up. Get faster. Come on, Vonnie. She's one of my members, so she knows I'm
good luck with the next laser.
When Seth,
You can leave the honeycomb in. You can leave the honeycomb in, but you will still be calibrating off of wood if that's what you have in there to engrave or cut on.
What does he mean by setting up the camera?
so you can actually put a camera that's facing down on the wood, so that when you're taking the piece of wood, you can drag it and you can see in Lightburn your wood, and then click it, and you don't have to, go through all the headache of lining up your artwork.
So this laser, the Creality Falcon 2 Pro has a camera right in the middle up here, and once you calibrate it, you can take a piece of material that's full of holes, but you only want to do a small thing, and you can put it in a place where there's still a piece of wood, and you can determine whether it's going to fit or not.
Man, I was up under there turning my
Yeah.
wood.
Don't do
Pull
that.
out tape measure, make sure it was right. God, I was
So
still
how did you guys get started on YouTube?
Huh.
Oh God, this question again.
Well, for me, my grandson bet me about making videos on YouTube, thinking it would never take off because he was trying to do a gaming channel, which never took off, but mine did.
I tried OnlyFans and it failed.
Real quick,
I succeeded at that too. So
I'm not as good looking as Steve, so I tried.
5 people are like asking, what do they do to win? I signed up. Is that enough?
All right. You want to say it? All right. So here it goes, guys. In order to win the laser, you have to subscribe to each one of our channels. you have to like at least one video on each one of our channels. If you want to like more than one, that's great. You have to share at least one video on each one of our channels. If you want to share more than one, that's great. And you have to comment on one video on each one of our channels. And if you want to comment on more than one, that's great. You have to be present in the live. And how we pick the winner is Roger's just going to scroll like this up in the comments, and a random person, just like you see shared now, their comments will be shared. And whoever that person is wins. So if you do not comment or participate in the chat, even though you subscribe, you can't get picked. So if you have a question or something, ask away. Or you just want to say where you're from, or how you joined us, or where you're from, or what channel you're from.
Hey, Conrad, is that on my channel? I got a moderator who gets those kind of comments out of the chat.
Oh, of course, we got one of these creeps.
Who shared that, Steve? Was that you shared, Steve?
Yeah. Steve
oh, yes. I was trying to delete it, actually.
Steve, see, we started talking about OnlyFans. He got excited. Started sharing comments about lick it. You know, I have to laugh, to be honest. Every time I see this person, glitter fart comment.
Yeah, glitter fart. I love it.
I can't help but laugh. All 5 lives, glitter fart has been on there. So
Rick, how did you start YouTube?
If you look at my YouTube, I've been on YouTube 8 years, but to be honest, I've only really making content like 3. I made a video 8 years ago that's horrible about Vogue tires, and I still get over 100,000 views, and its audio is horrible, the video is horrible. But then I started making these type of tutorials, and something I'm geeking into. But I will say this: if you want to do YouTube, great. Do something that you're interested in, not do something you're trending in, right? Because if you're copying someone else, it's not a true interest, and you'll lose the fizz, right? You know, if you're geeky into something, I don't care. Like Daniel, on his other channel, he paints nails. You know, if you're I'm just kidding. But, you know, if you're into something, then you're going to be passionate about it, and people will see that, and you're going to be able to continue to grow content. If you're trying to mimic somebody else's channel, or you're trying to copy, you know, a trend, it's going to fizz out, and you're going to fizz out. And don't expect your family or your friends or your wife or your spouse or your lover to support you. They might think like it's a waste of time, or you're not spending time with them, or they maybe get jealous because, you know, you have chicks, hot chicks like, you know, Roger has, that are hitting on them while you're on, you know, YouTube, you know. So just make sure it's something you're passionate about. You don't have to have the $1 million anything. Just start with the best you can afford camera, the best, you know, just get out there, start making content. And when you're watching your own videos, if you start skipping portions, that part sucked. So fix it. Every time you make a video, you should do an improvement. I moved my camera right now because when I was looking at these videos, I was looking at these guys that had a nice background, and you were seeing the back end of when I made my YouTube video. You know, watch a couple other videos, and my audio sucked, and everyone else was great. So, you know, I went and bought this DJI microphone. So you're just always going to improve, and just get started. If you keep making excuses, you don't have the best camera, you don't have the best this, you'll just never get started. So just do it. Sorry for a long-winded answer.
See, I started YouTube thinking it was easy and you could make lots of money, and neither of those is true. I spent, I don't know, 3 days this week trying to shoot a video, and I kept running into problems and throwing things away.
That's why he's on OnlyFans now.
Yeah, that's what I do in the off time.
Well, what's great is when you shoot a half-hour video and you go to edit, notice that you didn't turn the camera on for about 10 minutes of it. Then you got to go do it over.
Or the microphone.
That's why I have 2 monitors. One that shows what I'm doing on screen. Because I've done the same thing.
Yeah. Let's see. I think it's nearing the end. Someone's wishful thinking here.
Y'all got some trolls on your. Y'all need to make somebody a moderator.
The answer to that question is yes. I use Inkscape all the time. Convert files and SVGs use them on the laser. I also use them when I'm doing sublimation. I convert everything to SVG.
Yeah, with Inkscape, you don't actually have to convert anything because its native format is SVG.
Joe.
Now, I'm saying if you're going to pull like a JPEG or a PNG into it,
Yeah.
or even a PDF, you can convert them there.
Yeah, you can load a bitmap and go to the, what is it, path trace image and turn it into an SVG.
Yep.
Hotmail said, I'm going to start a channel. Congratulations. What's it about? What's it about? Uh-oh, Roger. Your girlfriend says, loving the live stream.
Thanks, Conrad.
I meant to say personal and custom items are big sellers. I made a wedding ring holder with names, dates. Lightburn was great software for that.
Yep.
Whenever you have a niche versus just a generic item, you're definitely going to be able to market it more and ask more. How long you've been operating lasers?
A day.
For me, it'd be 2019.
For me,
1
it
year.
was 1985.
If you go back on my
Well,
YouTube videos, you'll see I've only been doing lasers
I'm
1
not-
year.
I'm not including the industrial one. I'm just including my little home hobby laser.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
18 years
about,
old.
yeah, it was probably 2019, 2018 for me, maybe 2017 even.
Christopher, haters are going to hate. So at the end of the day, you know what? If they're just posting crap on here, all it's just doing is bumping our algorithm. So whatever.
Yeah, but let me tell you guys. So I went live and had like 9,000 live viewers within that hour of doing live, but it was because it got somehow fed to the shorts feed. But I made all of my members that were on my live that were chatting moderators, and I left them all as moderators because there's always going to be one or two comments that pop in there that are like, really? But they'll they'll knock them out real quick. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
How do I even delete a comment here?
You click over it.
Well, it says show or hide. Well, show, but that puts it on here.
Let's see. Hold on.
But I can't. I don't know. Oh,
This
wait.
comment is a guest destination.
Okay, I found it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure what the star is. I have a cooking channel, but not made a video in like a lot. Not because I lost love, but fighting depression and health issues. I need to get back into it. I miss it. You know what?
Probably help you with the depression if you get back to it.
Absolutely. And you know what? I get in this slumps. Like it seems like when I start making content and I get in a groove, it just feels natural and I sound different, right? And it almost seems like you feel like a noob when you're doing it again. But if I keep the vote, like I even noticed, I'd say it. I noticed since we did our first live, Daniel, you've been doing a ton of lives, you know, and I've been subscribed for your channel for a long time, you know. So that just goes to show, like you get in a groove and you feel comfortable in an environment.
Yeah.
You know, when you're live, you can't edit it out. Like you say something stupid or you can't do it.
It gives them a more genuine interaction with you, you know?
Yep.
Let you see the real you and, you know, because I'm pretty good at editing. And but when I'm on live, it's a mess. But it's fun.
What equipment do you use to film and edit your videos? I use Adobe Premiere.
I use DaVinci Resolve.
For editing, I use DaVinci Resolve, but to shoot, I've got a Panasonic GH5, a Panasonic GH4, got a DJI Osmo, got a Camco. Once in a while, I use my phone, but I don't generally use that.
I use my phone a lot, but my main camera is a Sony FX3. I have a Canon M2 M something over there.
Look at that, Daniel.
Oh shit!
The rock star.
Rock star with an iPhone 11.
Your video on the coaster explains it all, Steve. 5,200 hours to make $20,000. You did that, Steve?
Maybe. I'm not wondering about the 20,000. I'm wondering about the 5,200 hours. Did I actually spend that kind of time?
That's a lot
But
of
I
time.
guess I must have over 3 years.
Roger, love your videos. We'll check back the guys' videos after the Sturm. Cool.
Appreciate the comment and check everybody else out.
Yep.
I use my iPhone to record and my iPhone to edit everything.
Yeah.
Wow, you're my hero. I record a lot of B-roll stuff with my phone.
Yeah, B-roll is definitely good on the phone.
It's because it's so portable, right? And you can just move it around anywhere.
It said it's hard to look stressed with that beard. They can't see your facial expressions.
He's a wreck under there.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a wreck.
What do y'all think about CNC routers? I have one. It says 8.5 hours put it together. I want to try to put it together this weekend. We'll see. I've never used it.
CNC router, are you talking about an actual CNC or are you talking about the shaper or origin shaper? Because that's what I would consider a router. I mean, my CNC has a spindle on it. It doesn't have a router per se, but it does a routing function.
Well, I have a CNC that's going to have a router on it here shortly.
I don't do videos.
A little upgrade.
I don't do videos. I have a vinyl shop, apparel, embroidery, dye, sublimation, and Rishi got laser engraver tour. It does great. I dabble in everything. I think you sound like us.
I think that might be the lady that's making me a my tumbler. Or I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I do DTG, DTF, sublimation, silk screen, embroidery. Yeah. So same.
How do you find time for all that? I barely have time to turn on a laser these days.
I'm retired and I never have any time.
Well, I'm retired too.
Well, I'm not retired. I'm Mexican, not Mexicans.
Technically, I'm not retired. I stopped working for somebody else and I started working for myself.
All right. How did we all meet each other? How do we know each other?
Rick.
Yeah, Rick started it.
So I was stalking them online. No, I'm joking. I was subscribers to their channels and I valued the content they put out there. I thought they were sincere, knowledgeable, and experienced. And that's who I requested if they would do this with me, and they accepted. So, and I'm glad they did. And I think every live we're doing is getting better and better, and we're meshing well with each other, and our audience is growing as well. Yeah, see that Mexicans. Uh-huh. How's little Ricky? Ask my little Ricky. Little Ricky's upstairs. You can probably hear bang, bang, bang on the floor. That's him, Mr. Bam Bam. But little Ricky's doing good. Yeah, he's being coined right now because in the videos he always says, what does he say? We got this. So now people are replying in the videos. We got this. It's pretty funny.
Yes, Bonnie, that counts.
Yep.
Oh, this one's always a good question too. It's just the race to the bottom, right? So Etsy is the notorious black hole for people losing money. And I was actually going to do a video on this. I have an outline for it. Just the basic working title was going to be "Don't apologize for your pricing" or something.
Yeah.
Because I've had people come to me and they want like 50 hours of work done and they want it for $100, and it's like, no. And they say, well, I'll go somewhere else. It's like, or cutting boards and things you can buy at places like Walmart, where people go, well, you can make me a cutting board, or I can go to Walmart and buy one for $10. And my general answer to that is, get over there. They close at 9, right? Because well, you can't. I'm not going to do stuff to lose money. There's times when I break even, but I do it on purpose, not because it's a good customer or something. But I'm not going to do something and lose money. It just doesn't make sense, right? It's like we all have to eat.
Absolutely.
If you're going to be on Etsy, you pretty much need a niche. I do not sell anything we make in the shop on Etsy. Although we do sell on Etsy and we sell a lot. We're into the 6 figures in gross income per year, but it's all from our nursery business and greenhouses. And we're not cheap. I'm not there to be the bottom dollar person. We sell
Steve,
top
see what you
quality
started?
stuff, and we charge accordingly.
So you started, Steve?
I saw it. I was actually going to put that one up too. So it's just so you know, the Walmart online, you can actually do what you do on Amazon. You can create a store, and you can sell things on Walmart's
What?
online
Yes.
site. Yeah.
You know who has really good cutting boards for blanks? IKEA and
Yep.
Sam's.
Hey, you know that I got a merch
$8.
now?
What'd you say?
them.
I got merch now.
Oh man, you got merch?
Sweet.
Yeah.
They're not like thongs and weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
Fur-lined handcuffs.
Yeah. There's teddy bears.
Hey, it's a teddy bear. When you squeeze it, it says his name. Hi.
I'm serious.
Cool. Very cool.
I got that merch.
I like when I make something and someone wants to buy it, and then I can say I made that and it pleases me. 100%. 100%.
That's
what
I like too. I like to be able to point at things and say, see that thing that person's using and that they really like, I made that.
I do a lot of memorial stuff. That's my niche. And every time I make one of those, it's like almost an emotional attachment. You kind of like get into that.
I've had that problem too. I've kept quite a few things because I didn't want to give them away.
Daniel has thongs. He models them. Watch out, Steve. He's going after your OnlyFans customers.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
My wife was not pleased. Yeah, he said he buys them at cutting boards at Ross and TJ Maxx. Exactly. Just, when they clearance them out.
Yeah.
Ladies gonna have the Viking.
I actually found really good ones. I found really good cutting boards at the dollar store of all places. They were solid bamboo, and they're cheap.
I buy those by the case.
Yeah,
I cut them up and use them for things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can actually buy a case of them from the dollar store. They'll sell you a case with like 48 boards in it. But these boards are like $4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is like $400.
Yeah, well, that one actually has work involved.
In Tennessee, raining and possible snow. Well, I'll tell you what, in Northern Illinois, we got snow. I imagine Rick got some too.
Yeah, not too much. It didn't stick.
Steve's shoveling snow right now.
No, I know.
So
2 weeks ago, we had no snow here. It was just grass. Then we got 2 feet of snow, and then 3 days later, we got another foot of snow. So, but it's been above freezing in between. So
Conrad, that's my managing moderator on my chat. He is freaking awesome. I love that guy.
Well, let's sign him up.
Right? I'm telling you, he's got the trigger finger. I had so much coming, it was crazy.
The only problem is that I think I paid for this account, I can only have 4 admins, and that's all of us. So to go to the next one just to add him, I think it'd be like 8. So it costs us like $400 to add him.
Whoa.
Because the next bump up is pretty big.
So, yeah, he can just stick with my channel. He does a good job.
Rick, I was wondering about how you got started with the memorial pieces. If it's too personal, I won't have to answer to you. No, so I live in the Chicagoland area. Unfortunately, there's a lot of gang violence. And I could say I was a typical kid who grew up in the neighborhood. Through the blessing of God, I was able to change my life. And I think sometimes I reach back and I help people with when they're in bad positions to bring a little light, to shed a little goodness on something bad may have happened. And it may not always be that, but I would say that's how I kind of got known in the neighborhoods, so to speak. And then just, your grandma, your mom, and just things like that. And it also feels like I have more of a purpose. I can make a sign that says, fuck around and find out. And I could probably sell 200 of them. And I can make a sign that's for someone's grandma. And I only sell 2. But it just makes me feel like, I don't know, better about building it. I just feel more gratified about it. It's maybe not smart business sense, but it just gives me better pleasure. Thanks, Scott.
Dang.
Appreciate that.
Golly.
I want to be able to teach a younger generation how to do things, so it can. That was a topic.
That's exactly why I started my channel.
That was
Yeah,
the topic that we started with last week, right? About this generation, this younger generation, looking down on people who use their hands, get dirty as a second-class citizen, or that you make assumptions because you get dirty, you don't make a decent living. You know, carpenters, framers, plumbers, mechanics. It's crazy. Those are all six-figure positions, jobs.
Hey, Rick, can you put our names up across the thing?
Yep. Hold on.
So they know who they're asking questions to? Oh, yeah, you got to do that with the comments.
Yeah, so if I show the comments, then it bumps us down.
They got to tighten up with that.
Okay, is there a brand of cordless hand tools I prefer? Mine's DeWalt. I'm a DeWalt guy.
DeWalt.
I'm a DeWalt guy too.
DeWalt. Yeah.
I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere. I learned a lot to do. That's good. I make my daughter do the same.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it. So I never even went to the dark place that you went to, Rick, where people don't want to do that stuff. Some people are just they don't know where to start, and I think they kind of hesitant to take that first jump. It's like when Daniel gets a laser and takes it out of the box, he doesn't know what to do. So,
but I figure it out.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing. You're more adventurous, right? Because you spend the rest of your time working with like workshop tools. But a lot of people, like if you live in the inner city somewhere, you won't necessarily have that opportunity, right?
Yeah. No, I'm telling y'all, man, when I did the live a couple of days ago, when I first started talking about the laser I was getting, it was funny because most of the people that were saying, hey, check out Roger's shop, and then they were chimed in, check out Steve Makes Everything. They do great laser tutorials or whatever. And then Ricks2Cents. And I'm like, y'all do know that. And some of them knew that, but a lot of them didn't even realize that, we did a live every Friday. So I got to tell them we did. So
128 in the live. That's awesome. Outstanding, guys. 128 in the live. So I see a lot of comments. It's cool. It's definitely nice to interact with people. But again, if you have any questions you want to ask us, let us know. We're here to answer you.
So the comment you just had up there from Conrad about him being the young guy at 55 at the local woodworkers thing or local makers.
Yeah,
the reason for that isn't that only old people build stuff. It's that old people have time and money. That's why. But there are lots of young people who I know a guy who's probably 25 and he's a master woodcrafter guy. He works. In fact, my own son he's a master woodworker, and he spends most of his life making stair rails and things, right? And high end hardwood floors.
Oh yeah.
136 people in the live. I just started engraving, and you would have to be a Bruce Lee fan for this one. My first cutting board I made has a pic of Bruce Lee that's saying cutting boards don't hit back. Show it or it didn't happen.
I said, bullshit. They do hit that when your wife gets a hold of them.
Oh, there's another one. Same. Where did it go? There. Same answer. DeWalt.
Yep. So when I bought my DeWalt table saw, I actually bought the battery one, the flex one that takes the two big mama jamas, the 40-volt flexes. And when I bought it at Home Depot, I said, "Hey, if this thing sucks, can I take it back?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is there like a restocking fee return?" They're like, "No," because I wanted to believe that it was going to work, but I was really skeptical, and I thought it wasn't. I thought you were going to feel the lag or the bog when you put it under a heavy load. It's a beast. I'm glad
you probably have more torque from a battery saw than you would of an AC saw.
So I'm definitely glad that I did it. Well, I have a DeWalt contractor saw too, the portable one that folds up, you can roll around. Of course, mine's corded. But it does a good job. I mean, I don't have any complaints about it. but it doesn't hold a candle to my 5-horse table saw in the shop. That's a beast there.
I want to say something to this. It says you can learn anything from YouTube. Young people have it easy. Back in the day, had to figure it out. And I want to say something. It's not just young people because, like, I do all these I have a house built in 1865, so I do a lot of home repairs, and I mean, just about everything. And I post it, and I get all these comments all the time. I wish my husband was handy just like you. And it's like, dude, I'm a lineman. I'm doing plumbing, framing, roofing. Like, what the hell? That's not what I do for a living. There ain't no excuse. You know what I mean? He can learn on YouTube. YouTube certified.
Yeah, YouTube is the great teacher for sure.
Yeah. Has anyone done laser cutting with an angle with a rotary table to make a bowl like a bandsaw? No.
I had a friend that actually made cove molding on his table saw, which was one of the wildest setups I had ever seen, running things at an angle over a blade that was up, but it was kind of cool to watch.
So Daniel did some beast things with the table saw. That one's a beast with the table saw. How'd you do that when you made that cove cut?
The bowl?
Yeah. That was
the proper jig.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have to watch that video of his. I saw that in his. Daniel does. Now keep in mind Daniel's a carpenter, right? So
yeah,
he's good with his hands. So so yes, so some of his woodworking is advanced, but
appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know he's good because he still has most of 10 fingers.
Yeah.
Most. I have 9 3/4.
There was a thing here in Florida where women came to Home Depot to pick you guys up. We're handy. You talking about Mexicans?
Yeah.
Mexicans? Where they stand out front?
That's actually pretty common down there. It's actually kind of common here too.
Yeah.
If you want some day labor, we just go across the river over to Bettendorf, Iowa. And yeah, you can find day labor over there pretty cheap.
Yeah, the Mexicans stand right in front of Home Depot. Like, what do you need it installed? Yeah, we got you. Let's go. I just need a laser that can track Z-axis and understand depths for cuts. Well, what are you trying to make?
Yeah, there are lasers that have dynamic Z-axis, but if you're going to do a lot of that, just do CNC.
Yeah, so the Iker K1 Pro has that, where it can go up and down automatically.
That's what I have sitting on the floor over there.
The X2-1's got a motorized Z-axis, but there again, it's not the same as the CNC.
Here we go, guys. You ready? The table saw thing. Daniel went on man, he made like 4 videos on this topic. I think 5 or 6 videos actually.
What was that?
If we could have the government regulate table saws for safety.
Oh God.
Hey guys, we absolutely don't need.
I got a quick little something I gotta take care of real quick.
All right. YouTube University, exactly. YouTube certified. We're up to 140 people in the live. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining. If you're just late joining, you don't know about the laser giveaway, today's the day.
In fact, we might probably ought to set a time for that. Probably about how about 8:15 Central Time?
Okay, it's 7:48. 62 years old and trying to learn CNC. Retired military aircraft pilot and heavy equipment operator. Well, then you're damn good at your hand. You should be able to learn that. Just don't get intimidated by the software.
Everything has a learning curve. I mean, nobody was born knowing how to do this stuff, and it's not that hard to learn. Just takes a little time and patience, and a few broken bits.
Yeah, start with cheap bits.
That and shallow cuts and slow speeds.
The bad news is you never stop learning.
Yeah,
that's true.
I put the rotary on my CNC, and within the first 10 minutes, I drove a running bit into the end chuck. That was a moment for expletives for sure.
Well, mine's still in the box, so I'm sure I'll be crying later. Time, patience, and money. I guess that's well said. Carol, so my brother's a retired Air Force mechanic. Thank you for serving our country. I always say thank you for serving because as a family, you all serve. Let's see here. Sounds expensive. I think all hobbies are expensive, right? It's like crack. The first one's free.
Hell, model trains are expensive. So, just about anything. If you want to really spend some money, get a boat. If you want to spend even more, get 2 boats.
Or a lake house or a cottage, and you'll spend all of your summer fixing it up.
Or just get married. We'll take care of that problem for you.
No, get
You
divorced.
don't need to see it. You don't need to see it and see if you're going to make a bowl. You can't do it with a laser.
Yeah. If you tried it with a laser, you're just going to have a thing that might look like a bowl full of charcoal.
Yeah.
This is a CNC job or a wood turner, a lathe.
Carol has 3 boats. Roger, no, you got to better keep up with that one.
No, I do have 3 boats. We got a pontoon boat, a bass boat, and a runabout.
There you go.
All 3 of them are holes in the water. You throw money in.
Nice one.
I'm happy then to say that I have 0 boats.
The only boats I ever have in my house are ones that float in the bathtub.
Well, we're right by the Mississippi River, so I got all kinds of places to go with it.
I grew up building, except I was blowing things up in the Army. And when it comes to technology, my daughter calls it a tech nerd. Hey, you'll like that I made this coin. It's for EOD. So, yeah, it'd be pretty cool. You might want to check that out. What's that? Steve is stuck. Is frozen again? Yep.
Yeah,
when having a boat,
frozen in time.
Yeah, when having a boat, the first and last day is the best.
I've had boats since 1973, so I've always had boats. Of course, I live right by the water.
I'm 10 miles from the Mississippi. Oh, there you go. Nice one. That's very honorable, Rick. Thank you, Ron. Let's see. I'm moving to vinyl sign and wood signs. Hey, let me tell you something. If you're good with vinyl, that's not a bad thing because you can use it as templates because when you do the engraving, if you use the vinyl, then if you're coloring in the engraving, it keeps the paint from getting on the wood. Also, that when you're doing the engraving on the laser, it leaves like a soot behind. So if you do that vinyl, then or masking tape, right? Because you have a vinyl plotter cutter, you can cut masking tape. Then it makes it a lot easier to clean up. So I think that helps too. If you're already familiar with that, it kind of will help you go hand in hand. I'll be back in Molly, Maine, Roger. I may need to take you to dinner so I can learn from the pro. There you go.
Somebody found out where I live.
Watch out. Boat is great for fishing and those for spots you can't watch out. Yeah.
That's true. It's also good for taking the big pontoon boat out and an afternoon sunset cruise and having a few barley pops along the way.
Yep. We take wounded EOD folks hunting every year. That's awesome. Outstanding. My brother-in-law's was a Marine EOD. He's a gunny. I cut metal and wood with CNC, but I gotta say, woodworking with wood is more rewarding. Yeah,
it kind of depends on your project too, and what you're doing exactly.
I would also say it depends on your machine because, like, if you had a Billy Badass, like the ones that are huge that you can like cut, 3/4 inch steel, like those guys who make those big signs on the wall, that's pretty cool. When it's smaller, it's kind of cool, but it's not the same.
Well, like this thing here I made today. Get it in the picture. Turn it around so you can see it. This is all, well, I use a table saw and router, of course, but there's no CNC action on here. There's quarter stems and.
Conrad said, I had to sell my Harley to make room in my garage for my sauce. Conrad, I'm going to tell you this. I had a Cutlass, and I sold it for my wife to buy her wedding ring. I sold a 3500 dually mega cab. I sold an SRT8. I sold $117,000 Escalade EXT, but I still got my Harley. I got 3 garages filled with stuff. and my vehicle's parked outside, man. So I'm holding on to my Harley. I can't let that go. Can't let that go. Does the laser have a light enough?
Do not cut vinyl with a laser. It generates chlorine gas, and that chlorine gas will corrode every metal part on your laser and ruin the lens. Don't cut vinyl with a laser.
But like if you're mentioning that because what I said earlier, you can put masking tape over it.
Masking tape works good.
Yep.
You can actually buy really wide masking tape, and in pinch use blue painter's tape. Just don't overlap the edges. What kind of finish do I use on this right here? This is hand rub poly. It's all hand rubbed. It's not sprayed or brushed. And I use oil base. I don't use water base.
So look at these masking tapes. Look how wide they are. This is from the signoutlet.com.
Yeah.
You can actually get any width. Oh, I'm sorry. Any width you want. Is he on there?
What happened to Roger?
I'm here. Lost Steve again.
I mean, Steve. Sorry.
He's frozen in time.
Oh.
I think Canada masking tape. But look how big it is.
Jesus.
That's from the signoutlet.com. You can get them any width you want. They'll cut them custom, so that's pretty cool.
Another little trick you can do when you're lasering over masking tape and you're going to do paint infill to make sure you don't get paint bleed through as you're color filling the letters you engrave is coat your wood with even shellac first, then put the tape on it, then do your engrave, then do your color fill. If you're using acrylic paint, make sure you pull the tape before that paint is 100% dry. You're going to have a hell of a time.
Hey, Conrad, I have a fat boy for a fat boy. It's Candy Brandy Wine. I got Ghost Pattern Flames. Everything can be chromed as chrome. Stage 3 dropped.
Steve
LED conversions in the back and HID conversion in the front. So I try to get on it.
Looking for Daniel.
Oh, is he back?
They're gone.
I said I use masking tape in place of air. I use both. I never.
So do I.
I never not use air. I have air on.
Me either. It keeps the lens clean, especially on my CO2.
Oh, y'all talking about cars?
We're talking about we're talking about losing your toys when you get married.
I still have my never mind. I'm not gonna tell y'all.
I had a 67 Olds 442. My dream car is a 1972 Cutlass 442.
I have a 1972 Chevy Malibu Coupe.
Nice one.
Well, the big one I lost when I got married the first time, the 1970 Dodge Charger Hemi, 4-speed. And now they're worth a fortune if you had one.
Yeah.
That's nasty. Had one. Yeah, I love my coupe.
Can you safely laser through the self liner?
It depends what it's made out of. If it's vinyl, don't do it.
Yeah, I just don't. My question is why? What are you trying to do that you want to do that? Rick, do you take it on the road? Sounds pretty sweet. Yes, so actually, if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see I actually do a lot of lives on the Harley.
Huh, finally, I'm back.
You're back. What happened, man?
I don't know. I got some kind of gremlin living over in my video recorder rack here.
They said you were looking for me.
So you got to answer the question we already asked. They're asking is, did you have any toys that once you got married or had kids or etc. that you had to leave behind?
No.
No?
No, I had lots of toys. I didn't have to leave them behind.
You didn't have to get rid of any of them?
In my it'll sound bad because it's a first world problem. But when I got married, in my wedding vows, I made my wife say that it was okay if I bought a Porsche Cayman.
Nice. So everything you had before you got married, you still have?
Well, except the stuff my ex-wife took. But yeah.
You're not moving to Texas anytime soon, are you? Oh, my ex is living.
I'm not going to say anything. I think my ex-wife watches my channel. So.
I better be quiet. I might have an ex-wife too. Be careful. Oh man, here you go. This one said a '57 Bel Air 4-door hardtop. No, that's a beautiful car.
That's an old beater.
You know what I really, really want? If I won the lottery tomorrow, what car I would own? The car from Cobra, an old Merc. Sylvester
If
Stallone.
I showed you all my 72 Malibu, you'd shit yourself.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Does all your comments go away?
Well,
Does all the comments?
I got some support from Polly. So.
Oh yeah.
So everyone just to know is the way the comments work is that we're using StreamYard. So from each one of our channels, you comment, it's pulling them all into StreamYard so that we can see it. And that's why we're sharing it on the screen. Because if you're in my channel and commenting and someone's commenting in Roger or Steve's channel, you won't see each other. So we're doing that so at least you can see each other's comments.
And then we don't talk over each other.
Right. And then once the live is done, this is actually a recording. So you won't see each other's comments. That's why we're sharing it on the screen, to try to make things not confusing.
Yeah. Making them confusing by not making them confusing.
Exactly. Clear as mud. I had a 1978 Power Wagon. Then the grandkids.
Ooh, I like the Power Wagon.
Well, that's a beast.
My uncle had one.
Yeah.
We used to ride in the back where it had the back seat facing the back. Oh yeah.
I don't think many people have classic 2023 anything in 50 years. I don't think they'll last 50 years.
Yeah.
The computers will die.
I'm not going to be around in 50 years. I know that.
I got a 2023 Tesla. A what?
I got a 50-year-old Saturn.
Yeah, I think I do. No. Never mind.
My bride had a 69 Dodge Super B when we got married 47 years ago. I wish she still had it. Man.
Sweet car.
You're gonna make me show you this car.
Okay, let's see it.
I'm about to show you something.
I always say Mopar or no car. That's all I have had. I do lie though. I bought that Escalade for a little while, but then when I got rid of the Escalade, I have a Laramie Dodge Ram, and it felt like I was driving the Escalade as far as comfort, but I almost wanted to get rid of it because it didn't feel like a truck. It was super quiet. It was too cushiony. Yeah. It just didn't feel like. I want to feel like I'm driving a truck. Yeah. I have a Durango RT. It starts like blah, 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 blah. I start my pickup. It's so quiet. It sounds like a mom's soccer car. It was like, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, hell with that.
Okay, I can answer this question about putting the laser on a CNC. On my first CNC, I put a laser on. It was a little 3018 generic 2.5 watt laser. And there again, it's not the right machine. If you're going to have a laser, get a laser. You want a CNC, right. Get a CNC. It's these combo things. Just I see guys put laser heads on 3D printers. Why? Or they'll put a die cutting head on a CNC. Why? Buy a Cricut or a Silhouette. It's get the right tool for the job. That's kind of my theory.
I get if you're trying to save some money, but like Roger said, whenever you're multi-tool anything, you never get the best of anything. Oh man, it looks nice, bro.
I have my Onefinity has a Masso controller and it's got a port for a laser. I've been meaning to throw a video together just to do it, but I probably realistically wouldn't use that as a regular item. I'm a firm believer in using a hammer for a hammer, not a wrench for a hammer.
What's wrong with using a hammer for everything? Mexicans call it a chingaleta.
As they say, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Daniel, everyone's saying nice car.
That
Gorgeous.
was my
That's
Nova
definitely
that
cool.
I traded in for this. I'm about to show you here in a second.
But judging by the year of some of these cars, I thought when I came back into the call, I thought this was like what was your first car?
No, what did you
My
lose?
first car was a 73 Datsun B210.
What the hell?
Oh man.
It had 173,000 miles on it when I bought it.
Exactly. Anything is a hammer. Oh, you had the Lambo doors too?
Nice.
Ignore my young self, please. This is back when I was a
Oh
kid.
man.
Huh.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Gonna
I
ask-
put like over 20 years now. I probably had it for 30 years actually. God damn. About 25 years, I probably dropped like 15,000 just in like the motor. The
Nice.
body came like that, so I didn't have to do much work to the body. But
So what do you got in the motor? What's under the hood?
oh, it's a big boss.
Nice one.
See, there you go.
Little 400.
Conrad liked the B210 too.
My first car was a Yugo.
Hell yeah.
Mine
My
was
first car
lime
was-
green.
Oh
My
god.
first car was a Yugo, and the starter was out and it was stick shift. So I always traveled in a pack. So I'd say, hey guys, we got to get out and push start it. I'd park on the hill so you could roll back and then go take off.
I paid $500 for my B210 and I drove it all through high school and college, and I left it at my father's place when I got my first job, and he called me up one day and said, "Do you want to sell this thing?" I said, "How much?" $500. I said, "Sell it." So it cost me $0 to run. It cost me a lot in oil though. I burned a lot of oil in it.
Canadian toolkit, hammer, vice grip, screwdriver.
And duct tape, of course. You forgot the duct tape. The handyman's secret weapon.
72. Oh, that's a nice car. That's a beautiful car too.
Oh yeah, that's the one I traded for the 72 Malibu. Yep.
72 Dodge Challenger, but wife got it in the divorce. She took the car in the divorce, or did she make you sell it?
You must have got caught doing something you weren't supposed to be doing.
Yeah, or her new husband wanted it. One of the two.
Yeah, something.
My first car was a 1966 Dodge Dart. Well, all those people, their first car was nice. I had a hoopty in my first car.
Mine was, my uncle gave me an Oldsmobile 84. It was an old beater.
Yeah.
God,
I
couldn't get rid of that thing fast enough.
Yeah, my first car was a 1961 Dodge Lancer, 2-door, 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the floor.
1961?
It was like a Flintstone car. You could use your feet for brakes too. I had no floor pan.
I wasn't
That's how my
born.
dad's truck
I wasn't born when your car was made.
Oh man. Oh man. Low blows tonight. Low blows tonight. Yeah.
All right,
a lot of
where's
old
the
muscle
laser questions? I don't want to talk about cars.
We're done talking about cars. Let's get back to lasers. It's 8:08, guys. We said at 8:15 we're gonna do the giveaway. So make sure your comments, leave some comments in the comments below. Any questions you have that are related to woodworking, lasers, or what this we got sidetracked in the car. No problem at all.
There.
Again,
Yeah,
here it is.
There's the laser we're giving away right there, 8:15.
8:15, guys. 8:15, ladies and gentlemen.
So get your comments in there, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit scroll real fast on the wheel, look the other way, and just point.
Bam.
But
For all
there
my
are a
guys
few requirements.
For all my guys
just
watching,
like
that's
that-
how I do.
And just like that, your life changed. You got a free laser. Hey, but
Next thing you know, you're in business.
next thing you know, you got 5 lasers like this behind you and around
Next
there
thing
and
you know-
around
If you're
Get
lucky,
ready to
you
take a
only have
camera to
5.
it.
Next thing you know, your basement looks like this.
I have 9 lasers in here right now. 9 diode lasers.
So
Looking in here,
I've stopped replying to the bulk of people trying to give me dial lasers, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, send it my way.
But if you want, I will.
I
Oh, yeah.
tend to
I get
not pay too much attention to the open frame lasers now because it's a safety thing, and I mean this thing is all enclosed. It's really nice, right?
Yeah, that's what I need. Enclosed one.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I think
you're
if
a
you're gonna stick
woodworker, make a box.
right. No, I'm just saying, like, not even like throwing any names out there. This isn't a sales pitch, but you know, you got the big names, right? And then you got all these you never heard of them before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like once in a while, it's the big names. They want you to do some exclusive stuff, and I'm like, no.
The biggest name that ever reached out to me was Shot Fox.
So I have a very, very big name that reached out to me, but they want me to sign a 3-year contract that I can't talk about anyone or promote anyone for 3 years.
Oh hell no, they can kiss my ass.
I'll be.
No, I turn that stuff down.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm like, and they've been texting me, and you know, I had a conference call with them, but it's like, man, just I can't do it.
I wouldn't want to lock myself in because that's all you can talk about at that point, right?
Yeah.
And like Rich did this, Louisiana hobby guy. He did this with Rolly, and I mean it's a great laser, but that's all he can talk about now, and it
would literally have to be a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll consider it.
Yeah, but they don't have that. None of them have that kind of money. There's not a lot of profit margin in lasers.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it sucks they want contracts. Yeah, so I don't know if it was a 6-figure, or if you'd allow me to make a dedicated channel, cool. You know, but you basically want to shut me down. Like people are going to get turned off after the 14th video. Like here we go again, dude.
Yeah.
My viewers will get turned off after the first one.
Plus, you'll run out of ideas, right? Because you're stuck with their level of innovation, and
yeah,
I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
Yes, you have to comment in the comments below if you've already done all the requirements. We will select you. Roger, do you want to say
one more time?
All right, here we go.
8:15. I'm going to scroll and pick. So get your comments in there. So
you got 4 minutes. Here are the requirements. All 4 of us here. You have to go to our YouTube channels. You have to subscribe to all 4 of our channels. You have to like at least one video. You can like more than one. You have to comment on at least one video. You can comment on more than one. You have to share at least one video. You can share more than one. And then after you've done all that, if you comment in the comments below, we will randomly select a person and you'll be able to win. However, if we select you and then we verify and you didn't do it, you lose. So just don't cheat. Do it. Good luck, everyone.
Don't forget to add it.
Rick's going to be the judge here. Rick's going to be the judge, not me. So he'll investigate and make sure that you're qualified, and you also need to be a resident of the continental 48 states for me to ship this to you for free.
That's important.
Yeah, so make sure that you comment away. There's no shame in the game. You know, comment in there. What state you're from? How did you found us? Whose channel you're watching us on? If you like the bearded Viking in the green glasses or not. Have you checked out Steve's OnlyFans? I mean, come on, let's get creative.
Yeah, you need to subscribe to that too.
How do you think he retired? You know, look at his face. He don't even have wrinkles. You know, it's because
I'm only 59, man.
Older than you?
Oh well, look at you, man. Of course you're older than me.
A little bit.
I was lucky enough to pick the right industry to work in, and
I've been building houses my whole life.
I built houses when I was going to college.
Yeah, well, I climbed poles and jumped in manholes, so
that's why you look 75.
Sometimes on purpose.
That's why I got the ninja. That's why I got the Ninja Turtle head. Keep the comments going, guys. Keep the comments going. 126 people in the live. 2 likes. Make sure to give this video a like. Come on, we only got 2 likes. What's up with that, man? Give us some likes. Give us some likes. Show us some love. No, right now, recently. Right now, recently, I'm saying it pops up.
Oh, I got you.
I spent my career building software for a better world.
Hey,
I used to have a sign on my office door. I think I mentioned this. I used to have a sign on my office door that said, "For a list of all the ways technology has improved your life, press 1 now."
Maybe I should have stuck with it, man. I was a CIS major and I switched to TCOM. I don't know.
The last 5 years, tech has just gone bananas.
Yes, comment in the chat wherever you're watching from, and it shows up in the main feed at their desktop. So they're scroll through the whole chat feed: my chat feed, Steve's chat feed, Roger's chat feed, and Rick's chat feed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're watching us from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. They're all live on here. OnlyFans, Bumble, whatever. Just
like this Pierre guy stacking the deck here. He's just got a completely endless stream.
Oh God!
Stop posting here. If you win, he's one of my guys. If you win, you're not going to win the laser.
I'm going to do the rapid scroll here.
Oh shit!
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm going to look the other way, and the name is Miley on Disney.
You got to share it.
Miley on Disney. She doesn't want that thing.
You got to share it.
Why won't that work?
Put your cursor over their name and hit, and a little plus will show up. And hit show.
That
must have been my neighbor because they're out there screaming.
I'd scream if I was your neighbor too. Do you live in like the wilderness, Daniel?
Yes. It's not doing anything when I click on it.
You look like a lumberjack kind of guy.
What's her name?
Oh yeah.
Miley on Disney.
Miley, are you on here? Upon the requirements, you have to be in the chat at the time. Oh, here you go. There you go. Have you seen the woman who claimed to be on OnlyFans? No, we only support Steve's because if we were on OnlyFans, otherwise we'd be divorced. Yeah, so we only support him because he's a brother. So, Miley, are you in the chat?
This pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
She's posting, right? She's posting right now, so she's in there.
Yeah, she just posted here.
Yeah, but that's
There's no shame in my game.
Oh, this is a fix.
All right.
She was the one who was hitting on you earlier, Roger.
Yeah, the fix is in, man. Come on, Roger. You gotta do better, man.
Oh, look, thought it was spicy. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I can't make this show up. I don't know how you're doing it, but I can't get it to go.
It's showing it. Have you guys seen the woman who has OnlyFans? That's the one, Miley, right? That's who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, Miley, I'm going to share my email address here. Send me an email at rick.ramirez@ricks2cents.com, rick.ramirez@ricks2cents.com, and we will verify that you followed the rules. And then once it's verified, if you also provide your address and contact info, and I will provide that to Roger.
And I'm going to start an internal investigation on Roger.
And you need to make sure that's a street address. This is going to ship UPS because it's heavy.
I'm just kidding, Roger.
114 people still in the live. So
I'm sure we got 20 or so disappointed.
Since you're discriminating against everybody who's not in the lower 48, Roger, I may have to have a laser giveaway for the 15 or 20 Canadians on the call here.
Oh,
we did get a few in here. We did get a few in here.
The next one, we'll see.
I've got a few members that are Canadian.
Did get a few in here.
Shipping to Canada and Mexico isn't bad, but trying to ship to Europe with their VAT and the customs
and you're shipping electronics, that's a nightmare.
We stopped doing it completely off the website. I won't ship to the EU anymore.
Yeah, I'll still ship boxes and stuff, but if I don't use my pirate ship app and I try to go straight to UPS, it's like $500.
Yeah, it gets wild.
So easy.
Miley, so where are you at? Just curious. What state you're in?
I think she said New Hampshire, didn't she?
Yes.
Don't say state of confusion. That's the one I'm in.
Yeah, she is in New Hampshire. Yes. Okay, very cool.
I guessed that. That is crazy.
Yeah, well, thank you, Miley. You are the winner of our laser giveaway. We will have I actually have a laser that I'll be announcing we'll be giving away as well. So, and 2 other manufacturers reached out to me, so I may be doing 2 others as well. But I won't beat my brother over here. So, are you announcing that you want to do a laser giveaway next? Are you next in line?
Well, it won't be next because I'm giving away one on my own channel right now for the next week or so, right? So But I will. I'll do a Canadian gift.
There you go. We got to show some love.
Thanks, Ricardo.
Very cool. Hey, so wasn't he blocked? You got him unblocked?
Yeah, I got him unblocked.
Man, you see that? He's hooking you up and you blocked him.
I know. Well, Conrad blocked him. Like that one night, man, the chat was going crazy and Conrad was blocking everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got him unblocked thanks to Conrad. He told me how to do it.
Scott's learning a lot. You know, that's the point of these lives. Basically, the other than our jokes and picking on each other, you know, we're really here for just to answer the questions you have, right? I mean, we're an open floor, so to speak.
We got to have a little entertainment, a little pizzazz.
Yeah. Exactly.
I swear to God, I just saw somebody standing right there. My heart just dropped. Oh my God, my shirt's hanging up. I'm such a dork.
You're seeing the ghosts?
Yeah, I just scared the shit out of myself for no reason.
Yeah.
Did y'all see on? I mean, you probably didn't, but my viewers did. I was on live and I went to go make a coffee while they stayed in the shop. And I was going upstairs and I was singing "Add a dab of glue, add a dab of glue."
Right,
and on the fourth "Add a dab of glue," I didn't get to the glue part because a raccoon jumped on me from my steps and I screamed. I don't know how I didn't make everybody deaf. It scared the shit out of me, man. Oh my God. It was so fun.
One of my subscribers is on here. We got a little running joke about this. So, Steve, you know what I got right here.
What is
it's
that?
A classic.
That's my last name. That's my last name.
Where's that from? Oh,
it's missing the E. My last name is Hammis.
Hey, Dennis, we go live every Friday at 6:30 Central Time. You guys want to say your...
Nope.
We missed it.
8:30 Atlantic time.
7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like normal people.
There you go.
I used
every
to live
Friday.
in the Eastern Standard Time zone.
Hey.
But it's too far from the ocean.
Carol said you screaming like a little girl. She witnessed it.
I'm telling you, man, that thing scared you.
Well, let's snip that piece of your live stream replay out and keep
I'm definitely going to.
Oh, we God. Create or X-Tool. Unbiased question.
I have both of these lasers.
Me too. I like both.
We Create and the S1 got both of them. They both basically do the same thing. If you don't want to go through much of a learning curve, go with the We Create. Otherwise, they're both Class 1 lasers. They're both good machines.
See, that's the good thing about having no sponsors and stuff like that, because you can actually give an unbiased opinion, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like both of these lasers. I got the We Create sitting over here, and the S1 is sitting here. So
I think that's what
I've heard a lot of good stuff about the X tool.
Yeah, they're a bit of a conglomerate though. They've become fairly big, which means they're a little arrogant sometimes. And
I gotcha.
And
yeah, that can happen.
Their ultimate dream would be to not have to support light burn with their lasers.
The one who
and XCF was getting pretty good, but at the same time, if you're certainly if you're like Roger or I and you run multiple lasers, they all have to run light burn. Otherwise, you'll just be confused.
Yeah, that's the one downside with the We Create. Although you can actually use light burn, it's kind of it's a hassle.
Yeah,
you got to create the file in light burn, export the G code, and pull it back into We Create. It's just a hassle.
I did talk to the We Create guys a bit, well, quite a bit actually. They were working on full light burn support, but then they called me up because I was getting ready to try it, and they called me up and said, "Well, we can't actually make it work." So they just disappeared again on that front. But I think they still want to do it. I think they know
nice, sassy.
I don't know what would be so difficult about it. It's not like you can't have a camera show up in light burn. I've done it.
Yeah, well, I think the challenge, like if you look at the X tool, it doesn't support light burn properly either, right? What they did was build a light burn abstraction layer and then built XCS, right? So their abstraction layer basically translates everything to internalized X tool calls in the laser. So it's kind of hacky, but it's seamless, right? So it works okay.
Yeah,
don't say that. Don't say this. You're going to get banned on our channel. Don't encourage that.
You're banned for life. So let me ask you a question, Steve, Greg, and Rick. So do y'all have a video on like the whole camera deal we were talking about earlier with the setting the camera in there? And
I'm about to make one on the XK1 Pro. I have a camera. So
I did one with the
Atom
Stack camera, which I have since sold because I never used it.
So can you do it with a phone?
No, it's a
No.
special.
It's got to be in Lightroom.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
but keep in mind though, this is like a $30-$40 camera. This isn't like hundreds of dollars. It's kind of a cheap, crappy camera because it's all it really needs to be.
It's basically a webcam.
Yes.
That's what it meant then, because I read some of it and it kept saying camera focus. And I'm like, what camera?
It's not by any means not an expensive or high resolution camera. It's
kind of like my laptop.
It's just a USB interface.
I got a video dropping tomorrow evening for my members, which will be available probably Sunday, maybe Monday for the other people that are not members.
So I'm doing an unboxing on a laser that's kind of confrontational, I want to say, because they advertise that they can do a bunch of different colors on stainless steel.
Oh, yes. Don't get me started on that.
Oh,
they can.
Yeah,
the problem is you can't control it.
That's a wormhole there when you start doing that.
Yeah.
Depends on the alloy and all kinds of things.
I really wish
I knew it was gonna
that as a feature.
You just
I knew by saying that. So I have the laser and all the bells and whistles, and then after that I have a CNC unboxing.
Jesus
and,
Christ!
Actually, I probably have I'm backlog about 9 videos, so more videos to come.
Me 2 videos.
I've got.
Actually, you know what? I'm starting to get sponsors for my truck, which is cool. So yeah,
you got a racket going on or something.
Hopefully you'll see some Dub 26-inch ribs. Thank you, Dub, on my truck. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can I use a Sony hand cam for OnlyFans or for?
It doesn't work for a laser interface. You need a camera for it, or a cheap webcam works too. Atom Stack makes a pretty neat little kit. Clamps right on the back rail and
there's
gives
quite
you focus cards.
And I reviewed an Acmer one not that long ago that worked pretty well.
So an Atom Stack is IKEA, right? Iker is just the higher line Atom Stack. It's the same thing.
Lauren is a male, by the way.
Daniel, the Louisiana hobby guy, has a good video camera tuning. There you go. So he's referring us to each other.
I'd rather have one of my friends do
it. Yeah. Thank you guys for spending the time to chat and share knowledge. Have a great weekend. Appreciate it, Tony. Thanks for joining us. Looks like we're 3 minutes till 8:30, and that's normally when we close out. So, guys, any last minute questions you have?
There was one more here. Roger, you'll like this one because I know how you will answer it. Probably the same way I answer it. I'll let you go first.
Oh, a setting for a true wood cutting board. It depends on the wood. It depends on.
Well, it's dark mahogany. It's a dark monogram burn.
It depends on the wood. If you use a cedar, you get a nice dark one. Bamboo give you a dark one. If you use a pine, you're going to need to treat it with borax first, unless you live in Europe, because you can't even buy borax over there.
No,
so
baking soda there.
Too many variables.
Yeah, the short answer, the way I was going to answer this is run a material test.
Yeah.
Because that'll tell you always. That's the first go-to for any of this kind of question. Any questions like this is just run a material test and keep it. I have, for every laser I've ever tested, I have all the material tests, and I can go back and look at, what's a D1 Pro look like? Okay, I'll use this.
Can I cut with a 20 watt? I know I can cut through 1/4-inch plywood, but say something like this.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Cut straight through it. Yes.
Yeah, it can cut through. Well, probably a couple of passes, but
not one pass, but yes, you can. But I would 100%, if you're going to cut through it, would suggest wrapping it masking tape.
Well, This is a
covering
piece,
masking tape.
this is a piece of acrylic. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's hiding
I'm here.
behind his board. This is a piece of acrylic. This is about, I don't know, almost an inch thick. And that cut.
Yeah, acrylic's pretty friggin' hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was. I think it was probably 4 or 5 passes, but
Yeah.
you can do it in less. Like especially with wood, you can cut remarkably deep with a diode laser in one pass, but it looks like cinder when you're done, right?
So mine is set at millimeters per second, not minute.
You can change that in Lightburn.
So
You can
should I go
also
80?
go to inches for you south of the border, folks, if you want inches per minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It
can
just
do
drives
inches,
me
you
nuts.
can do- or you can do
Everyone
millimeters
talks
per
metric.
minute. Okay, a
Everyone
camera
talks.
worked with the Sculpton S30 with the extension kit. I don't know, you'd have to get the camera up pretty high or have something with a really, really wide angle lens to pick all that up.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to have a good way to mount it because you'd have to mount it on the y-axis. You wouldn't be able to mount it on the X. So I don't know about that one.
So let me ask y'all this. I don't have that little thing we were talking about, the switch. Do I need to get one? Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure you have one, man.
Well, I thought the LU had them.
I promise it doesn't.
Then you probably want to go to you probably want to turn off absolute positioning in Lightburn then, and certainly turn off the automatic home in your configuration, because when you first turn it on and connect Lightburn to it, it'll try and home and it'll make lots of noise.
That's when you're saying it's going.
Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah, well, it'll move and then it'll go way too far and it'll hit the edge and it'll keep trying to go.
Yeah. Maybe you don't have light limit switches on that.
So does the thicker stuff have multiple passes to catch fire? 100% use air.
Yes.
Use air. Use air. Use air. And the masking tape thing helps, right?
And a fire extinguisher close by, just in case.
And have your lens focused correctly. Some people like to unfocus it because they say it cuts better, but I think then it does wider and maybe you can catch fire easier.
Oh God. Hey guys, I gotta bounce. I got a sick animal, but I love you guys. We'll talk soon, all right?
Take care, man.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for joining us on this live. Congratulations to Miley for winning the laser. We still had 72 people in the live, so thank you guys for hanging out with us. Look forward to next Friday at 6:30 Central Time, and I appreciate you guys' support. You guys want to close?
Questions coming.
Keep them coming.
We'll see you all next week.
Ciao.
Take it later. Bye, guys.